Welcome back to the Westmoreland Sports Network for our Recruiting Thursday feature, brought to you by our friends at Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Jack Ridenour here with you today, and we are now joined by current Penn-Trafford girls soccer player and recent Robert Morris women's soccer commit, Rease Solomon. Rease, first off, congratulations on the recent commitment. Thanks so much for joining us today. How does it feel just making this decision and, being able to kind of enjoy your final year at Penn-Trafford now?
Oh, thank you. It's really relieving, honestly. I think just being able to know that I have somewhere to go after the high school season's just really it's great to know where you're going. And I mean, you're still playing for a purpose and playing to give it all your all, but it's nice to know where you're going.
Well, what was it about Robert Morris that drew you to the school, to the programming? What kind of appealed you so much that you eventually committed?
Well, I mean, my club team practices. I played for Pittsburgh Riverhounds. We practice at Coriopolis Montour, and RMU is 5 minutes away from there. I've always known about it. And actually recently one of their goalkeeper coach, from the women's soccer program, is going to be a goalkeeper coach at Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So I think it's awesome just to be able to help she's gonna be there a year with me before I even get to RMU. And it's just gonna be really nice to be able to work with her and see how she wants me to play, how she wants me to train. I think it's really gonna prepare me for the college season.
Yeah, it's great that you're able to get that extra work in, especially before the college season, or really before your college career starts. You kind of have that extra head start, if you will. But how much of a factor was, for you wanting to commit before your senior year? Did that go into the decision making? I mean, did you always want to, have this decision made before you started your senior year? Or is it just kind of how it unfolded?
A little bit of both. I think actually I wanted to commit sooner. Definitely I think a lot of it is more for the relief of knowing where you're going, how to prepare in the future, what your future coaches want you to do, how they want you to play, playing style. I think the sooner you know, the better, because again, like I said, how your coaches want you to play, goes into a factor. How being able to train, whether or not knowing you are going to play in college or not is a big factor too. Um, so
Well, what were some other schools that were kind of on your list and were, you were looking at and they were also looking at you?
Cleveland State was looking at me. Mercyhurst, I recently started talking to Eastern Kentucky as well.
Well, obviously, it's great that you had a little bit of variety, had some options for you. It wasn't just, one or two schools. But what are
Mhm.
your academic plans for when you go to Robert Morris?
I'm thinking of going into pre-med, more biology in there. Eventually trying to go to med school later on, to be a dermatologist. So just working my way through.
That's awesome. What's inspired you to become a doctor?
I think, oh, I originally started out as a veterinarian, and then I think later felt that that wasn't my route. And then I actually used to have a mole on my face, and I had to get it removed about 3 years ago. And I think that kind of sparked my interest.
Well, it's great that you kind of have your sight sets on both athletic and academic aspects when you go off to Robert Morris. So obviously, again, it kind of lines up with being a student athlete. But I want to get back to your play on the field. I know that you've been known for being a very active, very acrobatic goalkeeper. I mean, what type of training have you done in the past and you continue to do that keeps you so nimble and so agile in between the poles?
Well, I mean, I never really stop working. It's not just one season. It's not just a fall sport, spring sport. It's all year round. I never really stop training. I mean, this has been probably the longest break. I haven't returned to high school soccer yet. It's been a week, but it's just my longest break. I never take a break. And I think also working outside, not just soccer, but doing reaction stuff just with a tennis ball, getting outside. My sister is also a soccer player, and we have net in our front yard. Just being able to train anytime with her because she shoots on me, and it's just I think not working just on specifically soccer stuff, but helping just working out, being flexible. We like to do yoga downstairs in our basement. We do it's just more specifically sports yoga. My brother's one who got us into it. He plays hockey, and just I mean honestly just training all the time. Privates, together with friends. Me and my other friend go out. We go to the high school a lot. We just do shooting, just anything to keep us active.
Yeah, it's great. And you mentioned the yoga aspect. I actually have some friends that have started to get into it themselves. They're post-athletic career, obviously, and they love it. They swear by it. So maybe I need to get into yoga. I don't know. I need to find some time for that first. But I want to get again a little bit further into goalkeeping with you because I feel like it's such a unique position in soccer, and everybody kind of sees the goal scoring, but nobody realizes there's somebody that's trying to stop those goals.
Yeah.
What is something about being a goalkeeper that people that have never played the sport, have never played the position, don't know about it?
It's not for everyone. I mean, as everyone will know, I think the biggest thing is you have to not take in like height factors, and I think it's more believing that you can be a goalkeeper than anything. A lot of people are like afraid of like even like catching the ball like on the side. You just have to be willing to throw yourself out there and like do what you can. Um, I think a lot of people just don't understand that it's not just about having confidence in the net. It's about like wanting to be there, wanting to do what you want to do, and like being like willing to be there for your team and take the blame sometimes.
Yeah, I've just watching soccer over the years. You see how aggressive some keepers can be, and it's kind of, like you said, you're throwing yourself out there. You could get hit in the
Hmm.
head, whatever. I'm sure it's probably a lot of things have happened to you
Yeah.
when you come out of the pole. So definitely could be a very dicey kind of thing. But I know that you had a tremendous year last year in net, and your team had a great season as well.
Yes.
What do you think your team can maybe build on from this past year and into this year, and really, what do you think this team is capable of accomplishing?
I honestly think we're capable of accomplishing a lot. Our team has definitely grown in size since I was a freshman. We had like 25 girls, maybe. I think this year we have over 40, and I think that's a big factor too. A lot because we struggle with injuries. And I know like the further we get into the season, we have more injuries. I just think our coach keeps us being able to like keep our confidence up and have like the younger girls step in a lot, and it's really helpful. We have really good team leaders this year. We have 9 seniors. That goes into a lot, who are all very, very like uplifting. I think we're a very good group of girls who have a good like heart. And I think that going into the season is going to be great. We have a few like very good freshmen who I think will help us as well. And I just think like we've made so much progress through the years. And I think this is our coach's 5th season with us. And I think just each year has gone better, and just training more, like learning like through summer, like workouts, like what we should be focusing on, what works for us, what doesn't work for us. And I think just this year, I think we're really going to do well.
I want to go back to the point you made about how much of an increase in the numbers that there's been in the
Yeah.
soccer program. What do you think that's been? Because I've heard a variety of stories around here how, girls and women's soccer has really started to grow in the area. So what do you think has kind of contributed to that increase in players coming out?
I think just like, I think it's partly us like advertising, like, oh, like come like women's soccer, like just like putting our name out there more. We do a kids camp in the summer, and I know a lot of programs do, but I honestly think that helps us a lot. We do like even through the school, like we have a lot, we do CAP. And I think even when you're there, like you work with younger kids a lot and you help them. You're like, oh, like, are you interested in soccer? Like, you should play soccer. You should come out. Like, we do a lot of things with the younger community. I think that helps a lot because eventually, like me, when I was younger, I would do younger things like and be like, oh, I want to play soccer in high school. Like, I want to do this. And I think that honestly helps a lot.
Well, it's great that, you guys are doing, your due diligence, and everybody else is getting the word out about the sport, and it's clearly growing. And like you mentioned right there, I mean, going from 25 girls to what you said, 40,
Yeah.
that's a big increase, no matter how much you look at it, that's a very big increase. But Rease, it's been great to get you on our Recruiting Thursday feature today. Before we let you run, I know that your time at Penn-Trafford is, slowly winding down, but you're staying local, and you'll be soon enough making your way to Robert Morris. What are you most looking forward to in, your final stages of high school before you go off to college? And, whether it could be on the field, it could be off the field. I mean, what are you just looking forward to before your time in high school's up?
I'm just looking for soccer is a big part of my life, and I'm looking forward to like a great season this year. I'm looking like I don't think we've ever made it past like the first round of playoffs, and I'm really hoping that we do this year. I think that's like a big step for us, and I think it would just make my year.
Well, Rease, we're definitely excited to see what you and Penn-Trafford can do on the field this year. Again, thanks so much for stopping by, and
Thank you for
congratulations on the
having me.
commitment.
Thank
Yep.
you.
That's Robert Morris, women's soccer commit, Rease Solomon. As always, thanks so much for joining us for another Recruiting Thursday feature brought to you by our friends at Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Be sure to check out our other Recruiting Thursday features that are available on our YouTube channel. And as always, this is Jack Ridenour signing off, never saying goodbye, simply just a see you later, right here and only on the Westmoreland Sports Network.